Lesson 55. Today's review includes the following. 21. I am determined to see things differently. What I see now are but signs of disease, disaster, and death. This cannot be what God created for His beloved Son. The very fact that I see such things is proof that I do not understand God. Therefore I also do not understand His Son. What I see tells me that I do not know who I am. I am determined to see the witnesses to the truth in me, rather than those which show me an illusion of myself. 22. What I see is a form of vengeance. The world I see is hardly the representation of loving thoughts. It is a picture of attack on everything by everything. It is anything but a reflection of the love of God and the love of His Son. It is my own attack thoughts that give rise to this picture. My loving thoughts will save me from this perception of the world and give me the peace God intended me to have. 23. I can escape from this world by giving up attack thoughts. Herein lies salvation and nowhere else. Without attack thoughts I could not see a world of attack. As forgiveness allows love to return to my awareness, I will see a world of peace and safety and joy, and it is this I choose to see in place of what I look on now. 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. How could I recognize my own best interests when I do not know who I am? What I think are my best interests would merely bind me closer to the world of illusions. I am willing to follow the guide God has given me to find out what my own best interests are, recognizing that I cannot perceive them by myself. 25. I do not know what anything is for. To me, the purpose of everything is to prove that my illusions about myself are real. It is for this purpose that I attempt to use everyone and everything. It is for this that I believe the world is for. Therefore I do not recognize its real purpose. The purpose I have given the world has led to a frightening picture of it. Let me open my mind to the world's real purpose by withdrawing the one I have given it and learning the truth about it. The great undoing. Seeing differently in a world of attack. Pull up a chair, get comfortable. Let's talk. No preaching, no grandstanding, just a conversation, one that might shift something inside you. Today's lesson is a big one. We're reviewing 5 powerhouse ideas that, if we let them, will completely rewire the way we experience reality. Because let's be honest, the way we're experiencing it now, let's just say it could use an update. 21. I am determined to see things differently. You ever stare at one of those optical illusion pictures? You know, the ones where at first all you see is a bunch of random shapes, but then, bam, you tilt your head, blink a few times, and suddenly a whole hidden image pops out. That's what we're doing today. We're choosing to tilt our head, blink a few times, and see the world differently. Because what we see now, it's the triple D: disease, disaster, and death. The world, as it appears, is a horror show. But here's the kicker. God didn't create this world. Wait, what? Nope. An infinite loving creator didn't put together this dystopian wasteland. This world, this version we see, is a projection of our own attack thoughts, our own belief in separation. And the very fact that we see it means one thing. We don't understand God. And if we don't understand God, we sure as heck don't understand ourselves. But today, we choose differently. We choose to see past the illusion to something real, something true. 22. What I see is a form of vengeance. All right, let's get real. The world we see, it's hostile. Everyone's attacking everyone. Maybe not physically, but the thoughts. That driver who cut you off, the co-worker who undermined you, that person who didn't text you back. Tiny daggers, each one. And what's worse, the biggest daggers are the ones we aim at ourselves. But what if, and stay with me here, what if the world wasn't attacking us? What if it was simply mirroring our own attack thoughts back to us? Because that's what's happening. The world is a reflection of our mind, and if we're carrying attack thoughts, we're going to see a world that attacks. Flip it. If we bring in love, if we let love be the filter through which we see, suddenly the whole thing shifts. We start seeing kindness, connection, peace. Not because the world changed, but because we changed how we see. 23. I can escape from this world by giving up attack thoughts. All right, so this is a big one. Escape the world. That sounds a bit intense. But let's unpack it. First, Jesus doesn't say, escape the world by running off to a mountaintop or escaping through death. No. He says, we escape by giving up our attack thoughts. Because those thoughts, they are the world we see. Imagine you're wearing VR goggles. Inside the simulation, it's pure chaos. People fighting, buildings burning, total madness. And then, someone taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, you can take those off. That's what forgiveness does. It removes the filter that makes the nightmare seem real. And when we remove the filter, what's left? Peace, safety, joy. That's the real world. It's been there the whole time, we just weren't looking at it. 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. Okay, here's where it gets humbling. You ready? We don't know what's best for us. At all. Think about it. How many times have you been so sure that you knew what you needed? That job, that relationship, that thing you chased after with all your might, only to get it and realize, oh, maybe not. Jesus is telling us straight up, you don't know what's in your best interest because you don't know who you are. It's like a baby bird thinking it's a chicken. The baby bird's out there scratching at the dirt, looking for worms, thinking, yep, this is life. Meanwhile, the mother eagle is watching from above like, what are you doing? You're an eagle. You're meant to soar, not peck at the ground. We're the baby bird. And we need a higher perspective to show us who we really are. 25. I do not know what anything is for. This one. Game changer. Ever had a delay at the airport? Got stuck in traffic? Lost a job? Had someone ghost you? First reaction? Annoyance? Frustration? Maybe even despair. But here's the deal. You don't know what anything is for. Maybe that delay kept you from a crash. Maybe losing that job led you to your real calling. Maybe that heartbreak cracked you open just enough for real love to enter. We don't know. But what we do know is that if we let go of our interpretation, another one, a better one, will be given to us. Instead of using the world to reinforce our illusions of lack, separation and fear, we can let the world teach us truth. Final thoughts. A call to see differently. So here's the challenge. For just today, just this moment, let's choose to see differently. Let's remember that the world we see is a reflection of our own thoughts, that we don't have to be at war with it, that if we change the lens, the picture changes, that love, safety, peace and joy are already here, we just need to stop looking past them. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a glimpse of the real world, one where eagles fly, not peck at the dirt, one where love reigns, one where we remember who we really are. And if that's not salvation, I don't know what is. That's it. That's lesson 55. No preaching, no convincing. Just an invitation. Take it or leave it. But if you take it, you might just see something you've never seen before.